Peace FM.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
I think.
Jama.
Martin.
Me do so Jama.
Me also ka Debbie go.
Jama me ni abriano pe.
Meba. Meba nya abotre.
Ano pe yare hosem.
Meba abotre.
It's a sad morning.
Meba also no achichi mu. I want to look at the happy side of the morning first. Dr. Ben.
Kana for sefa kan.
Yeah, Martin.
And me so me wura ho.
Abotre. Ya beba so.
Chairman
kra wura.
Chairman.
Messi ya beba so.
Kwame Nkrumah wura ho.
Messi ya beba so.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Liman ra ho. Atamis
wura ho.
Rollins ra ho. Eh, onu kra nan kan ra be ho. Eh.
Professor Jakum.
Nan ka ye kansa mi de.
Afishiapa.
Afe sasabra na nyame ado.
Opani 70 years then anya better
70.
Prof utrenkwa.
Afisi se na nkwane ahwande.
Na peace munye party bi ama no.
Masa enti si bibia en ayabotre.
Adian san ya emunyame so.
Thank you.
Jema, o say ye anope ne wa.
Prof say adian san ya ye munyame sobo.
You know say na okona mo ye later na oni ha.
Anope na me wa ha.
Enti se bibia ni a.
Everyone dey chop for
in work side.
Ma ye kona ebe chire dia na mo ha ye.
Ja min mo pani fie e be ko. Opani anope yi umma me dey men ka say o colleague because I'm nowhere near you. Umma anope ye say yesre nya min hira ma. Misia pani bi wo Ashoma ho baby. It's about 79-80. I say, hey, we know penny ejekun na ko program. They say I'm the question CV so. Say nyame yesi woni penny adue ye nka no kwa. Na ye mu bi eye ahohoho ase yetumi ben wo na mpo yetumi frɛ ofo so ne udi nkomo na also otenetene ye wo ukusa ye kakra. You are an asset to the nation, not just only few of us. Na enkankane wa sorry Michelle baby men kyerɛw na meti hodi na sane ya bodi mse openeje ku ha so enti wa yade uguso so yade nyame na yesre ne se omma wa hoden
Amen.
Omma nkwa hoden wom na obekoso aye adwuma empo na wa kyerɛ dodo sen ne wa kyerɛ no na nyame ma wa sentre Bible baby wo se anya bia obi wo ho a anka Jonathan ti me na doya na Sampa na mesre ma wanopa yi se daachi obi nka se openneje kumunti wase ni bi wo hɔ a nipa no onye na doye openi nyame hira.
Okay. Bendase.
Chairman nyame msi chairman openi we de o students ni wo manyina esi nyame hira o nyoma ye sua ye kosusua enye o presence and intimi so no be sisi am katwi am timi bu banyina na jema wa him say twi so de uti am de nyoma bebre
Yo timi de gagai.
Anti prof ya dasi sometimes me timi katwi bi na then I be like no me can see na prof say enya sa na kan ma na me am correct.
You are correct too.
Anti prof we there dasi and we pray say we'll continue to drink from your system of wisdom for a very long time.
Books are what through.
Yeah, bompa say ye be do ho. Na wa honden. Ene nkwa sei. Enye obi a na be di 70 obetimi aso abetra radio so. Na ne pension baby ahofe. Hey, my dear pension baby.
Na me say hey, ene dey me hu pension baby.
Kan. Me pension baby o.
Obai.
Share. First time me hu no wedding fusing. The first time me hu. But this is 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll buy a person in pension baby. I'm say, wait, I'm a pension baby. Good to see. And then Ulman, we are Ulman officially. And then officially, Papa Ulman. And then officially, we are Kokrokoo. Oh, your pension baby original. Some pine in Crabro Prof. A very happy birthday to Opinion Prof. Tell him though, the celebration is injuncted until Parliament approves the President's ministerial nominees.
That's a smart one.
Kindly wish my lecturer, my mentor, a happy birthday for me. Tell him his afternoon food is with me. Wow. I'm proud of him. Sam, Now, if the afternoon food is with you, bring it in.
Breakfast. No, how about the breakfast?
So the breakfast and sana lunch aba.
Yes, my bro will be on Kokrokoo, Uti and Opaces here. Mama Regina, Menu Jemfi, Yechiano Pay, Oba Angie, say Yenchia, Mama Regina, Menu Jemfi on Kokrokoo, Yamuachi Anope, and Ayopin you come 70th birthday. I think then I'm around where fit was.
Chairman Midasi, Nidi came, I'm in chair Republic of Gamaga for you.
Yeah, Joso.
Na mincha Gambara nani na yiri nyina enanope. Having said to Chairman, issues are one of the betu ho. Say and Kevin, say
as a disclaimer.
Of course, anti-LGBTQI plus bila. And who about me, Musi Yensu Yenchurch Adrian. And the entire mirror when they say, me say, I mean, Ghana for Mprimpi and Kanka MPP for almost sorry, Nanado is a human rights lawyer. He is a lawyer of good of one standing, or is a legal luminary, legal mogul, brofakes. Now, says you be what team runners in Natchez or the Mrana Yumanyasa. And Kabinamin Kabia Mamuno, Potokesamuno, Yakan democracy, no Chairman. Ejina Numa Bisu. And Ghana's democracy has been stable largely because of the structural cohesion that exists amongst the various arms of government. Na Mira Huano pay because there is an attempt by the president, and Eddie, I'm not going to mince words. Yeah, but kind of the way I sit here. There is this deliberate attempt by president to undermine the very structures that hold our democracy together.
I think.
And they say, Chairman, I know Uma Hukayanka. I'll refer to LGBT the way I'm man for Betiasia.
Debbie, Mema Hukra, when him sir.
As an LGA what to do.
Debbie,
and I can't afford to do an hour.
Yabeka say,
I am insured. There is this insurance in this.
I'm not going to allow you to be a vandal.
I dinner the amount and no cry euphemistic.
Okay.
And because on to me can't at the end say you say.
Prof, what is the alternative word that Ghana for Betias apart from?
I mean, the other say wow. Okay, LGBTQ be at
okay, and I'm got Titi Ghana for Betias will be dinkra. Okay.
Vandalism ne yaba no.
No, I no pay the server.
Atik. Medical warning.
Father Bakus has instructed you, say, Jamie, I mean,
about Father Bakus in Kancho said, this is not the observatory.
Mati.
That is a coming him home.
Only more, Chairman, you are associate. And the Abaju Sukasa and Wenti.
Abaju Akasai, Basatana petition, see her.
Chairman, anyway, Enti near Missy Nientia Missy Mira when they say. Ye wo nhihye a bam passage of laws ana mra yemu ye wo kwan ya yefa so eye mra na hihye mra wo oman yimu and say if the executive introduces a bill go through processes be ana say si akra no nyamincha de yen ya representatives in parliament etimi mraba they can initiate a bill and see it through no mu wia the final stage you can say mrayomuno the final stage ni say mampenyin di pen besi bill no so na wa sign enu na at that point you betimi aka say bill na ye call parliament ni say ayemra eba anti gay nsam yi
anya no aka no fefefe
German Ghana for anti gay no it doesn't
I Ghana for anetie to aso
Matthias Ghana yemra shebedwofo etna asidwin ho say musuo bi koso o manyimu ya nhwansi anu a ya de a ebe ha adwene and the reason why we make laws is to govern the way we behave what I say and is to direct kwan a ese ye nyina ye faso a ebeboa o man nyina na laws in my view no emanate from culture, norms, values, and so on. Our laws are governed and are influenced by our value systems, our traditions, our culture, and as if for. Nti yamra shobe jofwe etna si hu se nyom musu na eya baga na hanum ya nhwe ya nsori enkuntia betimi ahaga na man ena mra shobe jofo ni bi eka say they are going to start a private members bill and na enye party ba ko mra shobe jofo na ye o. It was a product of consensual conversation amongst MPs on both sides. And me say ye disamra ibe ko mra shobe jofo na yankasa ya hihye mra no na like I said the final point ni say mampenyi wi na mampenyi so edin sa atuso
ordinary sashas
ordinary sashas me that say yedi ko it went through all kinds of debates among for the memoranda ko ye church or margin. Finally a refined product was created. Parliament ag2 and any just my woman say when the speaker asked say wa wone bill ni nyadwi no ana wo adwinkyere bia any bill no in this current form no ebura no sorry nakasa mrajo bejofo nyina agitu mu say it was perfect and good nti omo ni bibia ombetimi akasatia. And I was excited say for the first time there was unanimity in action. There was this Adobekura was beyond consensus.
There's someone agitu mu.
Omo nyina agitu mu whether MPP or NDs or independent obi agitu mu. Until eventually they passed it. Until ye pass bill no near eka ene say mampenyin di nsa be hyase na be yemra. Ewa na president Akufo-Addo ni shenanigans no hyase. Shenanigans go kan say what twikasem. Na lagbaji start here. Niedi kan ozi ono de saadi odikan ka say adi de asem no wo court na de nti o twen and that time go na enyen submit and na enyen present bill no emman ye. Some of us started speaking to the issue say ne ekos we there as a bampenyin ya finance kwan bi so adoji bill. And there is some history abakosem bi wo ha ese tiase and afi na martin ye na mampenyin eka ye abrana oye interview no afi na matiase and the actions that we are seeing are proper ex post facto confirmation of what he really intended when he said say kamiyaka gege nsemi is bound to happen in this country. Afi na matiase what the president said he actually meant it because all start here no you case no according to or no eso to no bo no mu wie case chairman en consider ben meanwhile uhwe mrana ye mra pon no it was well thought through to the extent say Mranaka said there would be in fact they envisaged said there would be times the president would disagree with some of the laws mrasho bedwem ye be pass no until when you go to article 106 clause 7 and 8 bana Emma mampenyin to me in case he disagrees with some portions of mrana ye dia breno no to say adi we dia mean sign it nemom I'm referring it back to parliament who share specifically clause 8 of article 106 it says, and I read to the benefit of your listeners, say, where the president refuses to assent to a bill, he shall within 14 days after the refusal, A, state in a memorandum to the speaker any specific provisions of the bill which, in his opinion, should be reconsidered by parliament, including his recommendations for amendments, if any. And Timrano Emma no Quine says, so on him Rasha Bedum, and I'm Rasha Bedum for any on a particular law now. He has the chance to write to them and indicate his disagreements. Say, on this provision, the minimum yarding. The other, say, unless he refers the case to the Council of State for advice, in which case, he still has some freedom not to assent to the bill. But near Mampenyi Eka Chenyen says here and said, Was you on Gibil Numpo na was signing? As I say, obi the case no court. The chairman, there is a difference between an injunction application and an injunction order. Until an order is given, there is no injunction. Some court no emma injunction na. What do you mean? Say injunction be ho. The mere fact say matro Eddie court say I'm seeking the court to and I'm praying the court to injunct to be. And say the Nipan is already injuncted. And I cite this example and I give this metaphor. Say, German me know a prayer be home. Me see them was so, and you make a counter claim. Now what procedure court? You have applied for an injunction. You are telling me that merely because you've gone to the court to apply for the injunction, no?
What if you lose the
what you say? What if you don't injunction application fails? And the fact that you've applied for an injunction does not mean you've had an injunction.
Until the crack saying,
Chairman, where the young crack on here?
I am common yedi.
Yes.
Until academic exercise is there for to end.
Chairman, you make can say. Yedi bill ne breman penino. The shenanigans began. And later, you who say ne onwa ne chroye. As for the name, me I always say the words are the president's, but the typing is the executive secretary's. Man penina nkaso chroye through the executive secretary. And he has insulted the institution of parliament. He has undermined the institution of parliament. Chairman, he has instructed them to cease and desist from even submitting, presenting is a word in the constitution, presenting the bill to no office. They should proceed to submit bill to the president for assent. So if they transmit the bill to you, through executive secretary, who is not even recognized by the constitution, he has no role as far as our constitution goes. There is nowhere in our constitution you have executive secretary to the president. But onumom atro, and like these are the words of the president. The pen is only the executive secretary.
How about the advice from the attorney general?
The attorney general did not advise them to say parliament should not transmit the document.
Or
say the president should not assent.
I remember on Fanny didn't trust you.
I no crank say Emma president in Geo, but later now Bedio Chochro he is warning and instructing parliament to cease and desist from transmitting. Not said they are not even demanding on sign you.
And it was an unnecessary show of power.
Which power? Power no emanates from here and here 2 million ama Brasho Bedio.
And you could 2 million.
And the power even is with the parliament.
Ain't in your speaker here, no chance, also a power.
Chairman, he's merely any power.
Then,
he's merely learning from the president.
Internet tit for tat.
And you're tit for tat saying
power for bread.
No, president see because Obiako court applying for injunction or not to mean signing. And also see Obiako court say will no ministry am I approve and to me so. Because there's an application for an injunction, until that matter is determined, we're not approving any of your numbers.
Fantastic. Obi Eddie Bibia sending one.
Okay.
Based on Nyama Muni, will say what is happening is what I call a comedy of wrong legal steps.
The president by the president.
Meba. The presidency has no business writing that letter to parliament.
At all.
He could have simply received it and referred it to the Council of State. Just in case he needs to buy time. The pending case at the Supreme Court is not a good reason to act that way. On the other hand, Parliament is also on a joking path. Dafamakos' action is equally, to say the least, funny. This country is being destroyed by show of power by the organs of state engaging in legal comedies.
Chairman, Nipano is being trying to be politically correct. Nukre de Bako. Mampeni Akufo-Addo next start is a comedy and this is tragicomedy. It's not even just comedy. It's tragicomedy because Chairman say Mampeni because in your defense of I almost said in his defense of Sankrof you are willing to destroy structural integrity that holds the democracy together. You are willing to sacrifice the harmony that coexists amongst the arms of government just because of LGBTQ4. Because near AC, it's obvious that the president has no intention to ever sign that bill into law. Now I keep saying, sir, this is going to be part of his legacy. There is a president who refused to do that which Ghanaians are asking him to do in respect of gay giveaway. And Usha's service, seen it before. Chairman, their position is not clear. But even so, a survey, and the survey shows that about 97% of Ghana for since Adidie and Yadi on Mediatum. And Mampeni Yene to Abanama, we gave you the power so you could take decisions on our behalf. If you ask anybody who is familiar with contractarian theories, we sacrifice and now we submit our freedoms to a bigger body called government, so we can enjoy bigger freedoms. Until say, see the freedoms near BBA, they are showing same, so that you take decisions on our behalf. Mrena asum ya catch us say adi we na yepe ozi there be enye enwa na be amaye na eso kan hu ni say it has political effects and nipa misuman pa e ba omia because chairman elections are yekui MB people omumpeu that tax say mu na mu for chairman nanke say
there be a hang observatory
LGBTQ for issue it is going to be a tag that will dog them for the entirety of this election and even beyond. Enuna Mampenyi Akufo this person Ojama Owura Baumia. Say me kono me ja impression be Magana for me the impression be Jagana for say me the about have any the me for so because your refusal to sign means you condone our activities. See? And a president who condones our activities in this country is not a president who is worth celebrating. Ghana for look, a woman say a told the we forgive, but we can't forgive. And the Mampeni it is obvious. Ghana for you know who say now Jini say or says ni oka and say with some advocacy gay against some would come to stay in Ghana. No, and no be na washa say you. President Akufo-Addo is giving life to gay against me. He's showing them say so long as I stay as so long as I remain president, my advocacy need here. I would stifle your advocacy because me GDN say mu yirmu ho a idea ebe be ye idea Ghana for be giatum. Me wa Ghana for e catch us enya idea e be giatum. Na me there, chairman, the danger in his actions ni say he's willing to sacrifice the way the arms of government in defense of Saadi, and he say one say tragic comedy now started. Now any bill you sent to parliament can say look, musu na mupe loans die. Mubeti me di bill na ko say an agreement eco parliament say ye beji loan. Parliament can say no because you have undermined the institution of parliament. Where did he attempt? Enyadia you can say you be pass this agreement no, and there is something called supremacy of parliament. Parliament in your institution you can dictate to. They are masters of their own laws and our own rules, and Yomuyen they acted in accordance with the law. Mampenyin is subverting our constitution in a manner of Sabinyansa Kwanso, but he's subverting the very constitution that got him there. Because Mrani say if you disagree with a bill, if Sempo Umpesa will sign the bill now, you will Kwanya obetimi afaso. Ebini near Nipano suggestion, you can refer it to the Council of State. The second is also to write after within 14 days to Parliament and says these provisions of the bill now minimum until you either amend and I reconsider. That is what is lawful. That is what is legal. But to torpedo the constitution in this manner, young what here is settled law. Ne kumi kra enye law no na settled no kra ne kumi. Or say practice ni say obidi injunction application kokota and say Mampenyi eye bibi and that it is settled law. Because there is no law that says so. There are varied opinions by judges on this particular subject. And in any event, if history is any indication, wasn't there an application in court? Did that stop the president from signing? And when you know the Ghana for say it is just because Mampenyi Akufo-Addo is not committed to the issue regarding family values. Sir, anti-gay Samuel Ghana for see, we want a law to guide our actions when it comes to that subject. Our president is not committed, and this is an obvious manifestation of that lack of commitment. And like I said, media are wholesome to the extent that now you are creating a rift between two arms of government because of this singular action, and only God knows how far this is going to drag. Comedy, this is the comedy part of what is happening now. Tragedy, no, and I'm going to bow. I'm sure it will be difficult for Ghana to forgive and to tolerate the actions of the president. Miraho, and this is becoming one too many. Say the executive is like you almost said they can undermine parliament, but that's another important arm of government. In any event, they omu enjoy supremacy. Say omu ye biano. Nobody can dictate to parliament. And look, the idea of checks and balances, no, it is weakening that phenomenon.
Okay.
So when the executive is doing nyoma out of, in excess, it is parliament that can hold them to check. That can hold them in check. But say see near air course Mampen is telling parliament say, so long as I choose not to act, there's nothing you can do about it, and that's really, really sad. Until I'm seeing Mira who no pay. Until Maria who met to us when others have spoken.
We have my chance to work as an story.
I've not finished venting my
I said, I dear back person that person can I mean penny no na opa ma mindu mic na team na ka. And no na person oka. Me ma oka no aware ho nyina abeko.
Oh, chairman, me pese.
But me pese obeka because me metie.
Oh, chairman, me ka muntia penyimfo na beti ase.
And penyimfo ti ase nkwala.
Anyway, we will just stick to
communication is language.
It is indeed.
Language helps with communication. You can communicate without being insulting.
But sometimes emphasis.
There be say if you work as what there be.
It's for clarity and
it is not about clarity. Openye de kuma topic be our chair many years. Titan is speaking.
Yeah.
Also whom nyane ne kasa. Ni awoka.
Yeah.
Baby awoka asem no. Effect apeso nya.
Yeah.
Nti bibie ni a baby awo no.
Oh, tie no.
Goes to tie. Baby awo no. Baby awo no.
Yeah.
O baby ane ne kasa.
It's true.
Se me no te ye base ho a. Titi ni bit me aka the full rendition.
Yeah.
Aki kabi kraka ho.
Yes.
At your better have you have no idea who's listening.
Dr.
Shanka, also sorry I want to pay.
Just 30 seconds be. What was that? Letter na yedi call you know. There is a particular wedding no there is a particular sentence. I think that's the first paragraph. In the first paragraph. That should be the first sentence is very I think it's a one sentence paragraph. Like I said, it has come to the attention of this office that while the president and other senior officials of the presidency were at Peduasi for a cabinet retreat on Thursday, 14th March 2024, you attempted to submit the human. The tone of the letter, and to what end? Because you per se, you protect it, and now president per se or sign this anti-gay bill. They are even willing to insult, denigrate, and undermine parliament. Me what attempt? You attempted.
Oh yeah.
To submit. Chairman, look, they have the right by law to submit it. And then they were trying to smuggle BB. Oh my Juma no more. But he had the audacity to say that Mukra you at. Chairman,
Dr. Benbrem. Mija tika sembe to me anope.
Yes, no correct.
Chairman. President Kufuor Oba Ghana Wayebi. But at this point, he's Ghana's problem.
Are they?
Chairman mentioned he's Ghana's problem.
Mpeso chirim. Ono eticheni.
At this point, he is the problem.
Why then?
Chairman, PR take a kind now, want it.
Meet you. So metron social man na me catch you say this is the issue na manchim na monsieur inti Dr. Ben PIA can want to obama me A and obama me F hey una teacher
Chema wa sheda pa pesima tumu nchine pi
to aso
say ya hyehyɛ mmra a de ɛyɛ adwuma ana de di dwuma o man mu enkanka parliament pe na o man na man tumi sɛ ɔmfa hyehyɛ mmra
yeah
o hyehyɛ wi a yɛmfa mmra yɛnya mfa mmra na man o watumi atwerɛ letter akɔma parliament sɛ warning no sɛ de benyu sɛ mo pɛ mo de krata bi ba ma mo mfa mba adabraka asɛm ni fie nkɔfa asɛm mba. He is the problem. The president of Ghana is the problem. Na sabi krata no wantwerɛ anka bɛde niema ni pii woni ye ni pii ekeka kɔ faako sɛ enkedu ba bi mpa manka enye din sɛ obi bɛka sɛ asomasi ye hu nia ogina wo de ende wayɛ ma chema wo de ye misro
Megas also real.
No, I'm not comfortable with his actions as president.
Tit for tat no justified
beyond justified
nia ora bag me here
of course. And say senka president yen yo ye no because first of all say a president ene tro e come anka parliament e kan ko ka kire president say ya tese wo de edin bi e beba am ya ye omo vet intimate fama chairman ko be kan say so omo di kan omo so ko ka kire president say ya tese wo the names bi ba say one nominating go for but en fama ye nya ready say beji ko be kan say let's respect the institutions. I think you can say e-levy na or court. Enyina enim. Well, the presidency no. Oh, when I'm a lawyer, so me a disappointed lawyer, right?
Okay, try na nyi.
That be just me nyada. You say law is jealous. Me nyada jin ko transition dia. 3 amount of books for say ko kan ni na chairman. At this point, I was here pay scale DBD. Survivor tactics. Enti me yere me ho pay scale na my high lawyer. God being so good, me waba or a lawyer, na minu so ye lawyer until my fanisa. But anka e-levy ewo court ye nyama ruling no. Ye de you know omomra na ba na. Sada na sign here. Sada na em say no otigate na no kora atwen. Ye de ba na sign here. We dey ye ma ruling. O say the same person na asem wo court I say wo be sign. We dey o say mamo mfa ma. Me da menti bi da. This is the first time. So o tro akomom say den. Mamo mfa ma ha. Adabraka chairman senior Debbie American radio kasedi na enkanka nipa no ye pani. I respect the presidency because say 100 years cry say obi any 4 years nipa 25 penny betimi akọ and I respect him as president but at this point he is our problem. Chairman Mawi
Professor Kofi Ejekum at 70.
Yes sir.
Machi akwa ba trinkwe biom. Nyame nkoso nto nhire ngu abrabom na yendidi ho da
I like that part
na yensua adepada na gambaga for person mo katwia kire mo se enye bibia na e ka ne badwam oh yes I mean but eja prof na kire mi ade man call the classroom but me on the classroom with studio
president it does say ontie futu anase any advisors omuni ho
to no what try because
it does say ontie omtunu fu no ontie anase any advisors no they are not there
me ma omre na so nka so etutu won ho
afina
so but I'm restrained one madika aka say oyepani
of course penny next week will be 80 years if I in a few days.
So is this the legacy he wants to leave at 80?
Say assembly nyenwe enti enim
assembly nyenwe
obema the advisors abre
onka so onye
ozo onye chairman the end is one
you are only inferring from his actions
chairman unko school da uhu akoko unsa akoko na ebe uhu obronyi so unse broni na ebe
me hu akoko ebe ti am say anumanua
That chairman of any school.
But nonetheless, also,
because akoko anoma doko
na bronies way
akoko anoma doko omu nyina won takra
na bronies way who say broni ba who say
broni ofri omu nyina wo but omu nye pe prof so one wa kire me ade o because prof akoko doko ana anoma omu nyina wo ntakra moa nso omu nye pe Kokrokoo nyina ntakra moa
maso kosro kra nyina ya plus animate
ho de minim ho
say ya che ai de mana wo wiase no ye use label animacy na animacy no ye chem plus animate and minus animate plus animate no do na motion ka ho
okay
obit me free ha na wakwa ha ye wo mo omo yare omo watinka na wo mu
and say nipa ye plus animate
nipa ye plus animate na ba form one na ba plus human na kai na ye minus human
oh e be chance
enti obasa
opani osi plus human e ho ne ye me de you no plus
enti plus human for no wo adwene
yeah
na omo wo ahunim conscience so da abretie ne plus human no mun say nipa hu so ade ya me ye die I take madam for no ahwe ya na aha no but abretie mfa hu say ni wura kotobo de aba na ogina ho bibia mma ne trim mo nka so me wi board de na we de mi wura board de na bi very am Kwame
prof
sanka sem ni fi o
Debbie
de okofa ahwede be fie no ono de wansana bai da benim nuam no ewom se na ye me manage dade but benim nuam ya dwen se nyamba bi o na se odwene se o man bapa a ka onko na nka o man no koso da akoya reho di kan odi etie no ebeni se ananse ye me a me so me ye ni bi ebi na koso ewo executive and legislature why ye media me so my before say abu baby say atwensere mienu sensane ani a ye ni ba ko anu nya ba ko atehwe banu atwensere efri otwen ne sre
oh okay
antelope ada odwan okay the fancy odwan sre ti say okum odwan na ne onim dwa no otimi dwa ne ye na oyi ne sre ba ko to ha that na sre na emi no oyi ba ko fu ha say o carry emudra and ka o carry ba ko and carry ba ko
because you can tell
it yes say atwensere mienu essence ani a ye ni ba ko ano enya ba ko say ba ko 100 cedis a ni nuano so be 100 cedis ebi na ekoso e o parliament and executive say bosi say netie emra obi de akokot enti o kan ho asem a enye ye dia ene brahye badwafo a ene asoafo a odi abreye se yenhwe atoto omo anu awie nemum yem nyintum na omo nhyase anya dwuma no yenso obi de akokot ekese yenso ye ho hwe nyi se afenu sei ye weyi a kwa me mu ni wo ma wo mo bre eno de se asoro mienu kokko e wo kwa yase a ho nua enhoma ensuo ena ebre peace fm ekoso wo omampani ene na bedwafo ene mbrahye bedwafo mo oni mo mo bebre yen
ya ne ebre
esan se so omampani benya enkankofo a wayi wo mo so meya soafo no enkamrahye bedwamu aye wo maduma ntentem na odomu dibre ahye wo man edi e ba betrase ya na ye wasoe bi o a ye ni obi a ohwe so na nipa ba kon hwe so okra na ise ne ye caretaker obi hwe so da onfa ho enka na dwuma ho enti dia koso no ama ase ye gina mra so ama ade a ɛsɛ nka yɛtumi yɛ ne yie no yɛnyɛ na ne nyinaa no ɛhyɛ aseɛ firi deɛ ɔde na buro bɔɔ kane no ɔno de ayɛ mɔnwono baaya ate kote ase
ase
ne na buro ɔno sɛ yɛdua ɛburo a obi dua ne deɛ na obi bɛdua na ɔtwe ɛbɛba no na obi adua bosome ɛbɛba no sɛ asase ne nyinaa yɛ pɛ a obi deɛ ɛbɛnyini ntɛm na sɛ ɛkɔm de wo a watumi anya bia nti deɛ ne deɛ di nka nyini a nka ɔman ho dɔ ɛne baabi a moteɛ gamba ho dɔ deɛ onim sɛ fie wei mfo ɔmo aburo nyambae na nka watwa bi akɔma wɔm nti sɛ ɔno ama mo na mo nso mo awio ba kane a mo ma wɔm nti deɛ na buro di nka abɔɔyɛ no ɔno de ayɛ mo onwono sɛ dabi me buro de me mfa nkyekye sa
na me mayu abade a
nya fe na me bet eti sa twema me ntwe we a aba no ɛdeɛ koduru henfo na ɔmampani so nkae sɛ me nka ne yaw ne soafo baako afiri mu a ɔsae parliamentarian don kuma
ɛnɛ so yɛ ne maame 20th anniversary free mu former First Lady Adeline Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
And next year 20 years with free. Interesting times.
Can we na say omampani de mbra bi kɔ mrahye badwamu a wi mienu we firi a o hwehwɛ sɛ ɛsɛ afanu no nyina ɛpene so ansa na wo de mbra no ayɛ dwuma sɛ yɛ bosia na wo pɛ bibia ana say mo de so asa hwan baako enti sɛ ɔmo nso kɔfa nsɛ tintin sɛ wo de we aba ana me ka sɛ ana sɛ yɛ me so bɛyɛ no bi sɛ kɔba sa na bibia sɛ kɔso amamuom bia mrahye badwafo ɛsɛ ɔmo de ɔmo nsa hyase ma edi mu no enso ka sɛ sɛ de ɔmampani akɔfa ba nti sɛ na yɛ nso yɛ no akɔpema kwame de bɛ na bɛkɔ so ɔmo no
twema mentwi
ɛna ma akora boye abotachi ekuro boye no na ɛyɛ bayera dwufua ba akɔpɛ nti ase ama sɛ ɛna weenum kora amfa na weenfa ɛna ma akoro no boya sɛ wo hwɛ akuapem kuro na no pa ne so utaje kora hu sɛ watwam abotachi
kɔ
yes eti ya besre omampani atia nso emu e ba bi ekeka kɔ no ɔma nanimra fie papa na nia ekɔsoe ya rehosem sɛ babenye obi a obetumi atwa afa no so no ani ha ne se mfa nkwa prenkesi makro abwana mu ni na ya kese nti oso me kɔ na makɔ ha mani ahunahuna no oboa na panifo so sɛ o ha wani pia etua wati kɔ eti ye besre sɛ bibi e bɛkɔ akɔfa twema mentwe se ya ba no ye benya nka enuru hokra
bro man mi sɛ bibi ye benya nka enuru hokra ebi so ebisa sɛ Ghana baby ye we ne when the mre here pa don't we have more pressing things there may be ni hwa asombo man sin we aye nyina ye de ya honde ne ye gidi na twema mentwe abaso nema bebre wo ha enhayen na we ya signing to law na e de na beba
kwame nema bebre here pa echewe ya shase free baby ene nke an shase kra
okay
ya shase enipa e de ne bre akowrem ya shase achepa o ka se mbeka no ha se me de me se me fie pa me ba wa bodwe se na kwa bi nso di na nchi no nso na bodwe se na wa ba se also da me yira menya no ni a masa upie ya che enti ebre akowrem nipa de nadwene akowrem enipa de ne brofo ne bibia muntwati we mu momfa koma we nhya ha na momfa nsan ho nsi ha osiwieye se osiprenu omaye ni nyina ade na akoduru ba bia se yehu se ade nde ya wie yemfe nsan hyase na enyembra enema bebre hayen but when no de nti ama nipa eni akoso no se amamrafo abem ahu se sade we etia ya amamre free tete ebi ho kora mpo na nkofo yesie nkofo ate ase se ofa nyamsom ewo oman mu bia kristosom enkremosom abibisom yanananom som a obia nsoso sade we so ndikwa mi ba bia yakodro ne de nka aka se yakum wo na yetwa niti enti ehɔ no na asɛm no wɔ akwa me mesrɛ sɛ baabi a ɛkɔyi menyi ni sɛ ɛnɛ ne ɛtene mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ no bɛte aseɛ sɛ basa momiɛnsa ankɔ na yɛnyɛ sɛ gye sɛ dwatoɔfoɔ biba mu agye sɛ nnipa bi a ɛyɛ sɛ ɔmboa ma yɛsiesie nneɛma ɛto apente a saa nkɔfoɔ na ɛsɛ ɔmfrɛ National Peace Council wɔ hɔ no bɛsrɛ wɔ mo yɛwɔ National Peace Council ɛtɔre bi a polisifoɔ ne parliament nneɛma bi asi yɛtumi frɛ wɔn na yɛatena ase Council of State ɛwɔ hɔ ti sɛ yɛn nuanom mpanimfoɔ a wɔn Council of State a monam tu ɔman mpanimfo na baabi a akɔdure wɔn ntumi ntena ase nyɛ nhwɛ ha sɛ deɛ bɛsi biara ɛnsi ɛbɛha dwen Christian Council wɔ hɔ Muslim Council ɛwɔ hɔ National House of Chiefs enso ɛwɔ hɔ nom akuakuo nyinaa nka ɔmo ntɔmamba no na asɛm weyɛ mpɛne da nuatobrɛ ɛnani tene ya na etuo ɛnkɔtwere de ɛtwere na asomdwe mmra na aban na nkasa enya kwan toa ne dwumadie ahodoɔ so ebi sɛ kame enkwan yɛ da tanosa binom ɔman yɛ yi a ɛka yɛ nyinaa ɔman yi butu a ebutu ma yɛ nyinaa COVID ba ye ɛkan yɛ nyinaa ba ye obia na yɛbɛnya nka yɛwɔ aban bi a bibia Ukraine mai COVID mai bibia mai na nka nneɛma ɛkɔ so sɛ ne ɛsɛ no na unya sika na ɛda abotom a akyɛ kakra nti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ ko na mabɔ mu din no ɛnɛ ne ɛkyerɛ ya ɔmo pɛ kwan a ɔmo bɛne Mrashe Bejo says omni o mampeni be kasa National Peace Council.
Prof, one thing I'm going. Almost Peace Council almost is annual media more for Muhimu.
Oh, yeah, sure. Says San Mokano. Maybe so.
Yes, I know kind.
So almost for money almost a demo.
They don't have any position on these issues.
Say a law assembly, a law. Inti ya didn't know Mumbekan law assembly.
No, Chema, and yellow assembly. Law, inti law.
David, I said Peace Council. Nebe biano. Omuja homa sumdwe. Inti ya kambra semwa. Ebi omuja omwenishe. Don't forget Peace Council pioneer member netiono.
Chairman, the Peace Council we have today is not the Peace Council opinion.
Because life evolves. The Ghana of Nkrumah is not the Ghana of today.
This is not the evolution.
The Ghana of Nkrumah is not the Ghana of today.
Yes, and
so life in itself evolves.
Look at where we are.
Who Kosam?
Even we.
Aha. Now even I they talk.
No, I agree. And well, I wasn't part. No, we are cool. Namin come.
But say na mo support.
Chairman.
Yes, Prof. I know.
Me no.
Yeah.
National Peace Council, Council of State, Ankasa, Christian Council, Muslim Council, National House of Chiefs.
Yeah.
Na omumra semni bi na asomdwe emra oman mu isan say baby e kɔ no aban dwumadie betumi akosa
yeah
nyata bia na kwame anka ti free sora ebeduru fom ye chidu anka bi o ha aboba na dua no nkra batem wakoka ho oba fom ana wonya te de omo hwɛ sɛ de be ya ebema enwuma bia ɛhyɛ ɔmampani sa na ɛhyɛ mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ nsa no ɔmatumi atoa so na de asomdwe abrɛ nyina ba me nya meka no
Kwame, you've shown that you are a master moderator not only of sayings but feelings and emotions. If Atik and Dr. Ankra are sad, you can't be sad. Tell Atik also that Nanado's human rights records is known. He's not acting as a lawyer, but as a president who's confronted with several issues and interests. He's acting beyond simple law and human rights. Kwame Ejay Asante sends his thoughts in. And then there's an organization called ORC, the Office of the Registrar of Companies, Republic of Ghana. Almost law, pursuant to Section 35 of the Companies Act 2019, Act 992, the Office of the Registrar of Companies is undertaking a nationwide inspection of companies and businesses. Muti. Company inspectors with ID tags will visit business premises to inspect. Yes, say Amubo and Kasima Mokoko. What are they coming to inspect? Heading certificate of registered company, combined register with information on directors and members, compliance status, filing of annual returns, amendments, update of company and business records, and then the Office of the Registrar of Companies says 150 penalty units, or not more than 250, or not more than 1 year in prison. Hey, prison abem. Mesramo, wow, ye business be making sure some crating na pepe. Yes, Ramo. No chinebi mambe free Kokrokoo ambisu. Yen cry despite media she share there obi an hye ne dio. Yen passing bia. Yes, ORC, your trusted partner for business. Into wow ye business bia so to ade so didra so a registered company. Twa woto making sure so documents na ejejira mu yi yes yamara. Na almost ba around ba bambe ye asimbia amobia mbe ha obi adwin. Mpamcho bebre why na Nana Akufo-Addo seems unaware of the fact that he has almost shut down the dream of the NPP to break the 8. He is the head of the country called Ghana and not of his party MPP only. Kwadwo Usu Inablekuma. I've always said that power sharing is not good for us as a people. Look at Parliament. Seems to be in the hands of the opposition, and see what is happening. Well, let me add, flexing of muscles. Opinion, you are right. Abutechi was a big and prominent town in its heyday. It was there at Abutechi that the Abutechi Accord, creating the Equapim State, was signed in 1733. So when Ufa Abutechi could have here, as in our kind, Ubechim, or where do Oko? Osaka Zambronko. Pharmacy boss. Mpachamo friend bium. Openye Jokum is a very wise man. Look at how he has navigated the issue. Kwame, I am against gayism. At any rate, I am against this LGBT plus law. It is simply a bad law. Let us take another look at it and then come back to the table again. Maxwell Kofi Juma.
German, to which law would have been a good law? He hasn't indicated which parts of the law he
well, I have also said that most of us, me included, we are against LGBT. But as I said on Ekosi saying, is jailing them the right thing to do?
It's not jailing them
the way to go to.
Chairman, now says and then Russia.
By Russia.
No, we say we Ghana is not an island. We learn from other countries.
Yes.
So amongst the Committee of Nations, a similar legislation. We look at how things happen. Chairman Yangelio Sebi Obi yenuma oni bema eda na ozio we de boni o but mayam form nko mfiase yenja. Do you know what the kind of damage they are going to
I think
Chairman,
I'll repeat what I said the other day. Say Bema essay ne yonko Bema and a band in Pemagran in Nijino. Our problem. Now the question is you're falling 12 years. Ana yinya kasachre. Ana yenhwehwe se bi na adwin mu. Ana yenhwehwe ne e ma ne ye ne wo ye.
The conversation with LGBTQ for
Oh, I think I asem na me bisa. I'm just throwing.
They don't consider it as a sickness or a mental condition.
Very good.
They feel they are normal. Now, what did say we are normal? Now, you physical bonia. How do we rehabilitate you? You don't see yourself as sick. Yeah, then so we are. Yes, sir. Obia or you too.
No, go weird and no dear. Sanka we can come na dino.
There be stretching to different levels.
No, German kleptomaniacs. You can say.
But yeka yare no.
Kleptos wo
yeka yare no. Mami ko ka yare hu asem. Ebe ye onwanwa kakra. Se Mami kwa humano so. Open you be a friend of Sam Donko. Sam Donko, a president Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Mr. Donko Machi.
Yo kwame me Joseph
Boko there.
Chairman General Boko me wo kuma se kaka.
Me da say. So we are president Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Okay. Obiso si me fan count say o say double president, we are president of WOSA, Winneba Past Students Association. And so you know correct. Okay. And then you Winneba ho asem na America. Na make Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana ho asem. Yenya ne TSM mo say $45 million. In Rubia Ediaba Ghana ha $45 million since August 2023. Ya locking or temaport. No correct.
Kwame send a show a press conference no and no kwepa.
And Pacho Chichi, me na we dem here.
Oh, intro anya Ghana by neto a
global fund.
Global fund na ma fund a fund in Andrew na ye antiretrovirals intro the boa patients or more HIV/AIDS and more HIV condition no. And a number of medicines this is RDTs in them. A global fund at Jackson Joseph Ghana. Now, Mutia taxes are buying to the Omuntia. Cinema no Mutia Yamanakani be to Kuma, they are buying necessary Dinisika, in Chisaniamani now report. It should be taxes be or say COVID-19 levy, say, yeah, a friend is saying. Any other levy be out a clearing cost apart from duties, net taxes, never to know. It will levies every in and then I can't after my academia almost me in your money in free portal. Now, young Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, you worry about including ordinary items of commerce. I would need to a port. Now I attracted the more. Said the one story when the young fan could be a qua, including degree, and I say immediate power. A bit requires say a bravo, and so then expiry date to crown strength. Anything you declare and the Bible chain. Now,
a drone global fund, the bread Ghana, normally bread specific company be.
Normally bread Ghana Ministry of Health into Umunya is meant for the patient. The patient need be doing free. And global fund even transportation cry it be far I call medical stores, I call various hospitals, my patient in Zaka now, more for Zaka in India. Kakao my taxes nepe. Buy the normal say, Momo did Mubeti taxi, the anything in here because a bamboo. But who can be a global fund in there?
Now, I buy so a tax no why global fund or
usually Ministry of Health for an so mutia. Ban and the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Finance, Neso Mupesca. It's a waiver, either Sabama complete waiver, and I said Mubitia. So I would plan a so called Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Health for Ministry of Finance, non called waiver. So one year is terminals and not saying Koyana Kochenema support.
Into Yabre and roof free $45 million worth. Sanity. And now since August last year, that's what port.
Yes.
Because I buying Enfa wave and buy Ministry of Health from Koye and no any problem no.
And no problem no.
Now Pharmaceutical Society money abaye dinkita ho and I'm not sure if the dinkita was asking me ho.
Oh, Kwame, question is say a Ministry of Health for issue a pharmacist for more Ministry of Health in easy. There how how muna the members be my Ministry of Health will procurement to no me woman then when we raise are in the do need to patient in the thing can kwa bon ten kwa start to say omo ye de o se sa na ba no mo ntru ho baby no money ndro ni bi they are worried because last year baby see my patients need to be ndro no come so money ndro ni bi and I rushing ndro no the patient in can kwa bonten and I'm from Society of Ghana so mo the ka say so ne ye twen man ka new minister of health aba ni the minister ne ba na ke ne ko di nkomo send the be so ano na ensign ko so bio because if necessity to preventing NCBU
now Dr. Donko yes $234 million and no sika global fund for edema Ghana won room one
exact amount need the mean to me but to me family documents to me
Nintia maybe say
total contribution there so and you do no one pepe global health support for Ghana there so by exact amount there me family documents if you
and no yes true for HIV AIDS malaria and tuberculosis Pacho, am I correct?
Correct and what
HIV AIDS malaria and tuberculosis
yes global health support research programs
and on my brain drew $45 million worth since August last year and a good port year.
Yeah.
In teacher say in camera or rock required my menu on some and yes I did now.
Pacho no and no work and some business and
now money in the kind and 1 year.
And me mature you need not to say last year because I see I want to buy a kind this year the year quiet from a Society of Ghana the information let us say you need to watch the but your pharmacists for no more ministry no money I don't know they almost say your pharmacists when the government sector not more private you pull no more hospital sector and your master no with and by the time and send baby do more hat also need the from a Society of Ghana for you.
Na no I hope say senya wo kan ye hope say and say
anything you say so mu ikra na ndro na so mu kwa time na Food and Drugs Authority fend ni collab ekoya say anomo get assessment on it answer omo issue ndro na my patient because ndro good storage practices eka when you only good manufacturing practices but good storage practices any good distribution practices send your store ndro ni so nya pa some brain party, Society of Ghana said the products have been stored the way as I say a store that's the Food and Drugs Authority for Sano.
My pick intelligence kit we be no pay and my friend wo efa sase mi ho e wom say what the in seminar to draw about graphic mama for ka ho asem but menya nte yes issue no say ya resolve issue no na containers ni started clear meaning say onsa akasa information here
but yes information said since last week Friday they are not clear and any information yes
but your son baby also since last week Friday then
last week Friday na me test almost start young way man TNT no omo be yi drone report so my system ministry of health start young way man omo ye yi drone send na what no sana me so matter
I see. Well, into say Clenty, let's find out say no cresa na ya hwene be. Yeah, that's it. So when you home require no pay that's it pa.
Okay. Miss Mitchell when with you for no panelists na that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Dr. Sam Donko, President Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Send me di kan no. Ye nyan into say I'm clear in Ronum, but how could we have come from August? From August.
2022. 2022.
23.
August.
Yeah.
August.
More than best 6 months plus.
That's about 9 months.
And I've been a pesky.
Wow.
And I ye.
If any ye. Yeah, they do not be chair.
I'm the chair.
Yeah,
young crata, and I didn't need to me.
Yes, say global funds on doing tax. Enti no legends.
Chairman say one farm ma sanka ye beko akoto me boa.
Pepe.
Eh, yare o.
I mean
yare.
And no for HIV, malaria, tuberculosis. Sani ma mean say so who here power Ghana.
Malaria kun Ghana for
since August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Into 7 months.
7 months.
You call 8th month.
And you
go.
Or senka we say or senko obi to me or senko bi lose na djuma
mo munye ba ge die.
Nti officer next time on be send the aduro ni bi aba.
There's some of the baba.
Nio.
Too much. Hey, Chairman, listen to the irony. Finance minister, muna mudi taxes iba. Nti ena nyuma no so muna ese mo clear. Muna ese mo it doesn't make sense.
Madam for be a pharmacist. Or the Nkrebi Bremi 3rd October 2023. And I was they are sending me you 3rd October.
About issue yeah.
I say Kwame, ask the PRO of the Ministry of Health why anti-malaria tablets supplied by Global Fund have been sitting on the ports for the past 4 to 5 months, and health institutions do not have some to treat their patients. Wakame say 3rd October last year decided.
Yeah, said them put ni bi nso wo ho. Ye ni bi a de hwa yarefo.
Kwam ba bia obisa ya na ho hia me pa no say. Say enro bia ewo bra ese ye dwuma kopem. Say enu twam a let us enya duro.
Yeah. Poison.
Yeah, and Dr. Donko can say senior ye keep sendo no kra no onye sure say emra kwanso ene apomuden kwanso na the right way.
Kwam say ya me bebu baby wa say. Oja hwehwe atwene ye nto ne yampia.
Chiremu cha take non tia say.
Oh ende za be we there.
What about to tia say?
No, prof yeah.
Na we no ya de ehu hia.
Yeah.
Enro enipa nkwa enipa yaresa eho enti se bibi wo ho ne yebetwentwen na ase kra enya de bo nipa nkwa ho ban ho
Dewe
ye manatena ho bosumi be nsia ekobe ensom na nyame mfasa yakoyi se yeyi a ebi kra nya se wu kra bra aka ese ode ya adwuma enye yie no na mitranye na yesesa bi ko bosotwe hospital bi o na pharmacist o hwet na ono so nani anko bra ewo no no de koma okoku menkrofo de bi ko gambaga sa
opani yan san hwe ni say ebi anka December
o manya no okay
ebi ya hwe ni say December atwami na nka obi nya aduro we bi nom ya anka wo nkwa but aduro ni bi ni ho ntiwawu.
Okay. Jama onim ne nti apart from ARVC but enu krami in free. On ye free no staff of Ministry of Health.
Give me 2 minutes.
Beti menya kickback wo. But ne omo anka so mo yisika di tono. Dean ya procurement be mo a sika bem. But ne free ni the procurement nim.
But Atik, do we always have to think that way?
Chairman, that's the only explanation.
Because
a quick one here.
State institution.
Obi di me kwetire kakra bi or ex-convict. Okay. What they fiase pe na ya. I say I'm sorry for this country. You know I've been to prison. I assure you it's a breeding place for homosexuals, drug abuse and all forms of vices. I ask myself if they really want to jail homosexuals, then they might as well prepare for all the vices and legalize them. There's a phrase in prison called Oso for food. It simply means TT for food.
But where doesn't
good morning. Anyway, call Oko Boy. Even though I've never met him, I believe he'll clear the drugs in 72 hours. Lord Kisi Mensa. I know we love Oko Boy, don't we? Extremely proactive. Why are you surprised about locked up drugs at the seaports? Equipment for Tema General Hospital new mortuary. It's been locked up at the port for 8 years. Okay, it's okay. Temahwa. Yeah.
Yentwu obi aso.
Oh yeah.
Aha. Say ye na ye betwu obi aso a. Sebe nko bi besu nyansa.
When na say be munka, you see chairman, we need to be very when na say muka shebedi to say these are the things you should be writing to people.
And but you mean to me can shebedi to nyame na fa na dwuma.
No chairman,
on your executive secretary to chairman general.
No, he will pay him. Enya man pay na tua no. E wom so ye dwuma man, but we pay him. Oh, ena chairman mami wrap up on sa teaching some.
I think
you see
you know
ECG there.
I think
me wrap up.
TTSM no.
I'm just wrapping up.
Or appear upset a damn pan and hundred episode appear.
Now, opinion, cause Obubo organizations within say they should speak up. Na near midbecca when they say, they should not be like, oh, there is an impasse between parliament and the executive. They should call the president out.
I'm going to be president on.
Pepe, because ni baby away and yes, like maybe some accident being the AC in the discharge of their duties and stalemate biaba. It is the deliberate actions of the president. And he's the one they should be calling out.
We should blame President Akufo-Addo
for starting sad charge comedy. Now, my opinion, what was that? Organizations be what? Yeah, oh,
happy birthday
wow.
to you.
Yes, Professor Jacob.
Happy birthday,
Wow. Happy birthday to you.
And we have daughters of glorious Jesus. Daughters of glorious Jesus.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
May God bless you more. May God bless you more. Hip, 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 hooray. Happy birthday, Benini Ejekum. Ghana Menina.
Mom, the birthday. Pretty was on time the birthday.
My friend is saying, on behalf of Peace FM and UTV, and you know, I wish you a happy birthday. Radin Shroud, now so Panem, or Mount Patent, and then Yan Sanya, maybe our Dromono, Uncle Soa, and Fan Dromo, and Radin Shroud Pa. Amen.
Now, Chairman, when I can say,
Chairman, and the chairman is also in a meeting.
Now, when I can say, Mammy, Misa, Tiani, Numsa, anyway, I open tea. As I can make us a racist.
Near Fast Aquan, we say so, Eddie invited chairman and Muni Nara. Your Jumedi, Daughters of Leo Jesus, your 35 years anniversary. Nah, yeah, in honor of Fakwache.
Wow.
A packet one. Nana organize and a fufu antoata. But I was saying, yeah. And here say, you be chairman Naso. Naya Baby inviting us. Chairman Kwame Sefa Kind. And until Yejina has say on behalf of my sisters, Rakwame, me patch on to invitation any. Na ye de esa e dia invite atofo na wafre atofo ni na
Mati. Professor Jakum, here's your song. Atik Mohammed and Dr. Benny Boy for me, but your mind. Yapon. And so let me leave you my prayer. Number 624 to 26.